I want to share it with the whole world. I think it's the coolest thing ever.
It is.
They're not even like here yet.
Over Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law was here and saw them and saw me with them, and he said, "You're obsessed with hummingbirds." And I shrugged and said, "So."
And your point.
Yeah.
What an awesome thing to be obsessed with.
Yeah.
So we lived down in the Ozarks. We have a farm kind of about 2.5 hours southwest of St. Louis. Ruby
You
throated.
lived in the Ozarks?
Yeah, Ruby
You watched
throated.
that show? That was my favorite show.
Yeah, it was not filmed in the Ozarks.
Huh?
That was actually filmed, I think, in I don't know, Alabama or something.
Yeah.
But no, it was too violent for me. My brother knows my threshold, and he and his wife had watched it. He said, "I'm sorry, but you can't watch that."
Oh my God,
I
it was
know
so
you.
awesome,
Yeah,
Miles.
I'm sorry about that, but what I can
Okay,
handle and what I
whatever.
can't. I appreciate the
Otherwise, I was
upbringing.
once on a boat trip for like 3 days with a college boyfriend in the Ozarks, but I don't really remember any of it. Isn't it weird? We probably
I'm
spent the
going to
entire
sound the
time.
pipe
Right.
and let them know we're waiting for them.
Oh, very good.
It's awful.
The hummingbirds.
He's gonna call them. You're not even grinning. Come on, you have 2 hummingbirds in your hands and you're not even grinning.
I'm loving it, though.
I know, I was just sort of teasing. I could tell you were, but
I'm really focused.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very meditative sort of.
Hello, my pretty. So what variety is this with the purple?
Those are Costas hummingbirds. They're a
Yeah.
southwestern desert bird. And we also have black chins, annas, and broadtails.
I'll have them, yes. As I said, the ruby-throated, we have a lot of them, but they are the only ones that migrate through.
Yeah.
How fantastic you have.
They don't allow other species in their turf.
Ruby-throated,
Yeah.
they are very aggressive.
Yeah.
So I put up 3 feeders every year,
Uh-huh.
and we'll have 30 to 50 every morning and evening.
Mm-hmm.
And I too have neighbors over. My mom lives with me. She has dementia, and it's one of her favorite things to do is sit out and watch the birds. Sometimes I have to tell her it's January, Mom, or it's Central America. It's going to be a long
Watch
way.
out the window.
Yeah. They're
Well,
not
I get a lot
the
of birds.
migrations they do are astonishing.
That's what I mentioned.
Palm Springs is a prime rest stop
Right.
on their migration. We'll have calliopes, rufus, allens,
Oh, my God.
and the calliopes just blow me away.
So describe the calliope.
It's very small. It's a little bit bigger than a bumblebee,
Okay.
and it has the iridescent purple
Yeah,
face
yeah.
with darts all around the sides. They are small. They are elusive. They are very shy. They don't like you looking at them. And in 7 years of feeding hummingbirds and migrations twice a year, I've gotten exactly one photo of them.
They're really, are you right?
If you look at them, they leave.
You're lovely. Hello there.
They like you, Miles.
They can tell.
There's only a few, though. Usually, a few. But, my expectations are high now.
Oh, it'll happen.
We're a little early?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we were later.
Uh,
I'm so used to it.
it's like
I know.
7:50 now is when they really
6:50.
start coming in. Yeah, 6:50. And then it'll last almost until 7:30.
Right.
Oh, we called them dinner at 7:15. It'll be cold, I guess.
I live in an A-frame, and the deck and the bird feeders are off the front end. I can, as they chase each other around the house, I can stand in there like 3 foot deep, and they will, 2 of them chase each other, right, because they're cutting the corners as close as they can. They sound like something out of Star Wars.
Oh, I know.
When they go by me.
When the swarm gets going, it always amazes me that the activity is so intense, but it's calm.
Right? It's very cool. I compare watching watching a lava lamp.
Mhm.
I mean, watching a full feeder, it's like it's really hard to look at.
Yeah, I call it hummingbird sand because we'll be sitting here chatting and stuff, and then the hummingbirds will come in, and everybody shuts up and retreats into their own space.
You put the water in when it's hot? When the water is hot?
Oh no, I try and present the nectar at as close to
Room temperature.
yeah.
Because
Be-
they, why do they get all that condensation? Mine don't do that. I just wondered why
Yeah.
mine don't do that. Mine stay clear.
Mhm. Well, those are old. I'm about ready to swap them out.
Well, but that wouldn't create condensation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it could be the seal. I had one last year that it just was weird. The other two were great, and the other one I get gunk in it. I'm like, how is gunk getting in there? Why is this one?
Yeah. I love these.
What's this like this little ducktail off the back of the neck?
That's their side
I
face.
see. When it really sticks out.
The
when they
facial
lean
cord.
forward. Yeah.
When they're doing their mating display, they fan that out, and it looks like they have a metallic purple
The one in
octopus.
Miles' hand right now went from me to you to mine.
So they are fascinating. Mom and I have watched and rewatched. I get dementia, so we could watch things as many times as I want. It's always the first time to Mom. And she'll always say, "That was great. We should watch it again sometime." Good deal.
Yeah,
But their heart rate, which is so extraordinary,
80 beats a minute.
oh, I think it's way more. I think it's even way more than that.
Their heart, their lungs, and their wings
Mm-hmm.
and their tongue
Mhm.
are all synced,
Well, what?
synchronized
Oh.
at right around 80 cycles per second.
Right, per second.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Yes. And that they slow their heart down greatly at night to sleep because they can't eat enough to sustain their body
Yeah.
through their awake flying heart rate
Mhm.
to live through the night. Isn't that crazy?
They have
Also, the other amazing statistic that if this documentary is to believe it,
is it the Attenborough?
probably it was on PBS, Amazon Prime Plus, or whatever.
Yeah.
They consume more oxygen per weight than any other animal on Earth.
Wow, I didn't know that. A new fact.
Right? And they live to, what is it, 3 to 5 years or something? I thought they
9
lived like
years,
30
she said.
minutes.
9 years is about the top.
9 years. See,
Yeah.
that's freaking amazing to me.
Right.
It's such a tiny thing.
Yeah.
I didn't think they lived that short, but I would have been surprised to learn they only live like 2 or 3 years.
They've only recently begun studying them in earnest.
Mhm.
It has to be field work because their instincts, like for migration and things like that, are so strong they will kill themselves trying to get out of an enclosure.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
so the work they do has to be field work.
Mhm.
And it's been a while since the technology is getting better. The cameras are getting better. And they only recently learned how their tongues work.
What do they work?
It's a split tongue. When it hits the surface, it spreads out, and along the inside, there are these little pouches that fill up with the nectar.
Mm.
Well, this one, if you watch close when they're feeding, you can see their tongue inside it.
Uh-huh.
You want to hold this one, Miles?
No, I'm good. I got a good thing going on.
Like I used to hold it a lot like this.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can see their tongue right inside it go in and get the liquid.
When they retract their tongue, which coils up behind their skull.
Mm-hmm.
It
Wow.
pumps the nectar out.
That's
Right.
alien-like or something, right?
It is.
It is.
It is.
And you had a nest in your backyard.
I did.
It's so amazing. I've looked and looked. I try and follow them, but never successfully. I wonder why. I mean, you know, we got farms, we're out on the farm. Who knows? Actually, one thing I think I read this that they like to build their nests where there's hawks on the underside of a hawk's nest. Because the hawks won't bother them because they're just too small and too fast. It's not worth it, and nothing's going to bother a hawk's nest.
There is a nesting pair of Cooper's hawk across the street in the oak tree, the big one on the right. And they are
Cooper's
the
hawks. Is that what you said?
Cooper's hawks.
Yeah, Cooper's hawks. Yeah.
And they don't hunt the hummingbirds,
It's just
but they do hunt the mockingbirds,
sure.
the jays,
Right.
the ones that
The mean
do.
birds.
Yep. Right. Yeah.
Those are
Although,
all
so-
the mean birds.
I've seen
Nature
a little-
amazing.
yeah, I've seen a little Costa, one little Costa, drive off a roadrunner.
Well, it's like us in a gnat or something. It was like, just leave me the heck alone. Okay, fine, I'll leave.
Yeah, the
I'll go.
roadrunner has no defense,
Right. Oh,
and the
right.
hummingbirds go for their eyes.
Ooh.
They do.
It's like,
It's like
You
a
know, even though the
Stephen King
roadrunner must be
movie.
like
Yeah.
what, 100 times bigger than a hummingbird.
Sorry. They're really-
Hummingbird or a roadrunner's a tall bird.
mhm.
Hello.
They're big. You haven't seen one since
Oh,
you've been
I
here?
haven't seen one this trip,
But
but
have
I've seen them.
them.
Yeah.
Because my friends, when we first came out here, and I would post
I
pictures
see
of them, they
two or
didn't believe they were real.
Oh yeah.
I
Right.
see 2 or 3 a day
Here you.
because there's a lot of hummingbird nests around,
Mm.
So,
and they get their share.
I have
It's
one.
nature.
Yeah,
We see
Well,
some
that would be
crazy
sad
shit
if
on the
my house
farm.
every day I would
Mhm.
hope, please don't let them be eaten.
yeah. And your guys are still coming by, right?
I think so. I don't, you know, they like this time of day. And I was here yesterday, and now I'm here today. So I really haven't.
They will remember you forever. Okay, you are their person.
I believe that.
I like to think that even if it's not true. So
No, she
Well,
was,
crows
she
sure
was
can.
watching them every day for 3 weeks.
All right, but
I'm gonna put that all
I've read-
together at some point, like in a row.
I've read many times that they do return to the same place,
Right.
or that they can,
A lot
they
of the
don't use the
birds that
same
are here
nest.
have known me their entire life.
right? What my birds know is that I got the good shit up on it.
Yeah, that's what my other birds know.
So my grandma Nana, who lived over 105, old German Lutheran woman who lived through the Depression, but we shared our love of birds. But she was so cheap ass on the sugar. I'm like, Nana, and she'd be like, why do you get so many hummingbirds at your place? I got the good shit, Nana. Word's out. You know, competition's tough. Can't be selling that,
So
cheap
is it
shit.
a third a cup?
Third a cup, my winter mix, when it's cool like this,
Yeah,
a third of a cup sugar to 1 cup water.
perfect. That's what I did today.
And
Because I make 8 cups, and I'm not the most nasty person.
yeah,
That
When-
could be the word for the day. I like that, man.
I make mine in quart jars.
Right. Well, then I put some in the refrigerator because I don't have as many feeders as you. But then I have it right. Then I take it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do give it to them cold, but it's usually sunny, so I can get warm quick.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's hummingbird season when all the doorknobs in my house are sticky.
in the summer, I cut the sugar back to a quarter of a cup
Right. Yes.
because even now, I'm getting direct sun on the feeder, so I